obviously, you have to make content on YouTube to build content, to build quantity. You have to create content, obviously. So, the more videos, the more things you have. Obviously, doesn't mean everything has to be super meaningful or super good quality or whatever. Just, you have to be something. I realize YouTube does use an algorithm. So I'm just going to get right into it. I'm doing this because it's a thing I always I've probably ranted on it before, but I don't even remember it. Maybe I'll just get on it again. So I wanted to talk about like instant gratification versus long-term goals, or instant gratification versus something that maybe just might take a little bit more work. And at the end of the day, this isn't me tooting my own horn. This isn't that. This is me just explaining something that probably maybe some people don't really understand, or maybe some people can easily just relate to this. And I always looked at myself as the person who likes bigger things. Like, I'm one of those people to where, and don't get it twisted. Don't like take that the wrong way. When I say I like bigger things, I mean like I'm not really a person who needs like big things. Like, I'm not talking about, I wish that I could be like flown out to a different country and be on a party on a goddamn yacht and go on a shopping spree with wealthy friends and shit. See, it's no, nah, man. Like, would that be cool? Hell yeah, that would be cool. But I'm not the type of I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about like simple things. Like, I'll give you an example, right? So, you got some people like where they could be men, right, or women. But I'm gonna say men because I see this more with men. Like you'll have some man or some men or something, right? And they'll decide that what they think is a good evening is this motherfucker wants to stay home, play Call of Duty or play Skyrim or some other shit, or Dark Souls or some shit. This guy wants to play that shit. This guy is like, I don't know, let's just say he is content with this, right? He doesn't give a fuck about having a woman in his house, having a girl in his life, or even a goddamn one night stand to literally fuck that night or whatever. And this motherfucker's gonna sit up and play goddamn Dark Souls for like, let's just say 8 hours straight or something, right? And eat fucking Cheetos and Hot Pockets for dinner or some shit, right? And I'm like, how I'm gonna lay this out is like that versus me, right? And I'm thinking like, man, first off, let's say this guy, and I'll just say because shit like this just annoys me. This is not a lot of men, but there are men like this, so I'll just say it like, this guy, he might be smiley, he looks like he has a smile on his face. He seems like more cheery and laid back and shit. And bitches see that shit, like some women, they'll see that and they'll be like, oh, I like that, he's positive, he's always, he's happy. And then they see a motherfucker like me and they're thinking, he'd probably be easier to find a girl if he was a little nicer, or he's always negative, he always seems mad. And it's like, well, do you bitches know that like maybe I would rather have some pussy to fuck when I'm like at home or some shit, whether that's a real girlfriend, a potential wife, or if that's just a fucking one night stand. Like, maybe what fulfills me or makes a smile on my face is not the same shit as another motherfucker. Like, maybe I don't want to sit and ever play Dark Souls for even a fucking hour. Like, maybe my thrill is me going out and running like a force on force training with armed weapons, you know, that type of adventure, you know, with people I know, you know, doing that type of training, that type of sparring, those type of force on force type of drills, self-protection drills, self-defense drills. That's something I would do for 3 hours if you know, I really felt like I was not burning too much going to the cardio realm, burning too many calories, and you know, people could actually, if someone could keep up with me, you know, that type of thing. You know, it ain't no Dark Souls, it ain't no me playing Call of Duty. I'm not sitting on my fucking ass tapping buttons for no fucking 8 hours, okay? You know, because that's just not me. So it's kind of like, you know, my thing is this: I see a lot of people and I see a lot of men, especially where it's kind of like, I guess what entertains them or what keeps their mind stimulated is just not what does it for me. You know, me, I literally go insane half of the time when I am home, because half of the time what I'm actually doing when I'm home, a lot of the time, is I'm trying to eat, I'm trying to work out, I'm trying to build a look that is more attractive, simply because I know at the end of the day, most women, just as much as we are into looks, so are women into looks. And I also know there are physical benefits. There's physical benefits to having just raw muscle and being strong. It's not just about your looks either. There's literally bodily functions and things that go down that you just can't get if you don't develop a certain type of body. Like, a certain type of body does certain things. People really just, some people don't really understand. It sounds like common sense, but some people don't really get it. You know, they don't understand like how a lot of things work. But it's not just that. So what I'm trying to say is, I laugh, and it's not really even, I laugh at it, but it's also very annoying and very angering sometimes, where I'm like thinking, man, how are some of these people, you know, they're just like, and I'm not saying this to be like envious of people. Like, a lot of times I see women and I see how women, you know, women be all fucking cheery and shit, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, you should be cheery, because you don't really fucking have much to really even worry about, motherfucker. You know, it's like, you don't really have much to compete with or to strive against. And that's not all, because I know there's deeper things that go on with people, but my thing is, I'm not an instant gratification guy by any means. Like, the type of shit I daydream about is the type of shit that takes things. Just like, for instance, if I'm daydreaming about me, let's say, and I'm gonna keep it real 100. I'm gonna keep this shit 100. I'm gonna keep this on some G shit, some real shit, and not no sugar-coated bullshit either. Because I am a man. You gotta understand. Number one, I'm a fucking straight G. Always will be, always have been. Number two, I'm a straight black male. I don't play no fucking games. I know what I want. I get to the point. I don't beat around the bush. And you should know that by now, okay? That shouldn't be anything strange to you by now, unless you're just fucking stupid. So, knowing that, you know, I daydream about shit like, I'm visiting friends in the summertime. It's you know, I'm on the beach, somewhere in like California or something. You know, I know some like some chicks that, you know, they're not in no committed relationship. These bitches are out here, you know, just want to have fun. So, you know, you know, we're going to the beach. You know, we're playing games. We're going out to different locations. Double dates and shit. You know, obviously fucking's involved. You know, drinking, smoking some weed here. Just having that type of casual fun. See, this is the difference. This is what I mean. See, me, I'm of that mentality to where, like, you know, things don't have to be so complex. It's like, okay, I know you know this person, I know that person. They're down, you know, they're down for whatever. They're not gonna. It's no hassle. You know what I mean? When you say, okay, it can be as simple as, hey, we're gonna go to the mall, right? We planned this out already. Okay, we're all gonna go to the mall, and then after, we're gonna sleep over this person's house. We're gonna do this, and then in the morning we're gonna do this, right? See, it is that, right? There's no like, oh, this happened, oh, that, you know. Because what I see a lot of is this, man. what I see a lot of with people is this, especially in my general like vicinity and area, and I see people who where it seems to like they don't want to make plans, they don't want to venture out, they don't want to go places, they want to sit and play like some game for 8 hours. You know, they want to go to Walmart knowing they're fucking broke and don't have money to spend, and then they want to buy some dumb shit that they spent where their food money instead of money that they, you know, should have been on their food, and they claim that they need to lose weight, they claim they need to do this, but they'd rather. So it's just like, it's almost like, you know, it angers me, like, what is really your worth? You know what I mean? Like, what is, not even just your worth, but like, what are you, like, what is your, what's the whole point of anything you do? You know what I mean? Like, if you never, it's like you never do anything that leads to anything. Everything you do is a split second, instant gratification. You know, it's like, so you mean to tell me you will do nothing that contributes to your actual physical well-being, your health? You sit there and play a fucking game that takes literally 2 brain cells for you to sit there and tap buttons and shit. And that's fine. You would rather fuck the closest ugly chick that you know nobody wants. You would never work on your body, work on anything else, try to save money, try to do anything, and try to venture out to find bitches that are actually really worth anyone's time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying these things like how, or, you know, it's just like, I don't know. I just look at it like I'm just a person who has a different mind, and I'm just not built for that type of life, you know, or just because that type of shit just drives me insane. You know what I mean? Literally, it disgusts me, it annoys me, it drives me insane. You know, when I don't sit there and dream about beating the next level in fucking Assassin's Creed or something. I never would daydream something like that. What is that to me? If anything, I would daydream something more along the lines of, oh, I know a person who was creating a game and they see something I made or some artwork or something, and they got inspiration from something that I made, and they actually asked me, like, what do you think, or hey, could I borrow from this idea? I think of shit like that, man. And I think of shit like, you know, if I knew that person well enough, I think about, like, I'll say it cleaner. Let's say if I am in a committed relationship and I have a nice girlfriend, you know, me and this person could go on like a double date or something. It doesn't have to be some dirty shit, like some nasty shit. Like, it doesn't have to be, hey man, I knew this guy so long that me and him are so close that we smash bitches together at the same time. It doesn't have to be that, but it could be that though. Cause it could be that shit. You know what I mean? Like, to me that sounds like a good time. I'm not gonna lie. You know you're one of your boys, you guys are cool. You know, you guys got whatever these girls want or need, you know what I mean? You get together, you already know what time it is, they know what time it is. It's party time. You know what I'm saying? This is not no nasty, dirty thing. We're friends in this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're friends. And there's nothing weird about it or nothing taboo about it. It's just 4 or 3 people fucking, or 2 dudes fucking 1 bitch. It ain't nothing spectacular or outlandish. You've seen the shit in porn all the time. The shit happens. You know, is that everything about me? No, but would I get down? Would I come close to that? Yes. So, you know, like I said, because I'm a guy of action. I'm not about sitting around and thinking about no shit. If I'm sitting around, I'm not sitting around. What I'm doing is I'm setting myself up. I'm doing things, preparing myself for the time when some shit goes down, and then I act. You know what I'm saying? You train and then you act. It's kind of like, hey, in my spare time, because I have no girl on my shoulder bugging me, I don't have anyone I have to give my energy to that, well, at least no human being, no person that I have to give my energy to that's like around me like that at this current time. And so I have all day to work out. I have all day to try to at least look more presentable. I have all day to do that type of shit. You know what I mean? To work on myself in that regard. And that's what I fucking do. You know what I'm saying? And take care of my health, make sure I'm eating right, make sure I'm drinking the right things, make sure I'm not abusing any alcohol or anything, or not, you know, I have that's what I do. But what I'm not gonna do though is just sit around like as if I am God's gift to women and sit there and play fucking some game hours on end or some shit, you know, and wasting time where you could be learning things, training things, doing things, making yourself a more valued man in any regard. You know, it's like, I don't know, man. This may sound like a weird rant, or maybe some people can't make any sense of this, but I'm just saying this to say, like, when you see a motherfucker like me, and me in particular, and you see the frown on my face, you may give me a compliment or some shit, someone may say something that would be nice or something pleasant that a normal person would smile at, and you just notice that there's like almost little reaction to none, and you just see that you're like, what is this guy's deal? Like, why does he just look like he's just vicious and angry? Like he looks like he just hates people with so much. That's what it is. It's a fact of, like, you know, that I feel like there's no like life in my life. Like there's no, you know, and everything around me I see is just death. Like I see like people killing themselves slowly, basically, or just doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like in some of them, it's really weird because I'm like, you seem so content with this. Like, why are you so goddamn content? I mean, it's not my place to really understand, but it's so polar opposite to me that it literally angers me. Like, I feel like I'm racist against it. I feel like I'm a Nazi. Like, I'm prejudiced against that type of energy. Like, I'm just like, nah. You know, nah, your life should be more fulfilling than that. You know, like, you don't get younger in life, you get older. And I'm gonna say this, too. Marriage is a beautiful thing. That's my end goal, is to be married and have a beautiful wife and enjoy life with her. Not some crazy party, double teaming bitches, fucking, you know, one bitch, two dudes, and we're doing crazy shit. And like, no, it's not about that. Though, nothing is wrong with that, and now is the time for me to do all that shit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, having no strings attached. Kind of. I'll say that even, kind of. Like, kinda not. You know, not having any thing to worry about, or any person to worry about, or whatever. Because there are, I will say, there are spiritual negative things to that lifestyle. So maybe there's a reason why, a good reason why I don't get to have that type of fun. And if that's the case, then so be it. I have to accept that. But the thing is, I just have a different mind. And then, you know, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't even know, like, let's say if I was always, not always, but if I frequently went places, did things, partied, had fun, shit like that, I wonder, would people be angry? Like, would people be like, frown upon it or something? I don't know. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day, but I wonder sometimes, like, you know, I just wonder, because I'm thinking, like, you know, because I know people probably wonder, they're like, oh, why is this guy always mad? You know, I did rant about this before, about how, like, it annoys the fuck out of me when women, especially, they judge men like me, and they'll be like, oh, I just don't like that. He seems violent and negative. Like, he just seems negative. I'm thinking, like, man, I don't know what type of men that you ever seen, because you must either seen some pussy motherfuckers, some weak, floppy, sloppy, floppy motherfuckers, because, like, men that usually, you gotta understand, when a man is truly pleased, I mean, like, this motherfucker has been sucked, fucked, paid, made, laid, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker has gotten all of his aggression, testosterone, all his shit worked out. It's all, you know, he's in a certain state, you know, he feels good, he's fulfilled, he has a nice woman in his life, you know, he's being treated right, he has certain friends, spiritual fulfillment. When a man is more fulfilled, you know, then he tends to be a lot more pleasant and a lot more visually, like, just seemingly happy and visually, like, that's normal, you know what I mean? See, motherfuckers like me, we have to work and strive to that. We don't get happy-go-lucky and get all giddy and happy because we played some fucking game or some shit. You know, because we beat some level in some gay-ass fucking RPG or some bullshit, man. You know, it doesn't fucking work like that, man. I'm just saying, like, and if that's what holds your attention, or that's what, like, keeps you, or does whatever, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. But all I'm saying is, it sure as fuck is not me. There's just no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, a motherfucker like me stays G, stays thug, stays frowned up, stays violent, doesn't give a fuck, because I am disgusted with everything around me. I'm disgusted with the world. I'm disgusted with half of everything I come in contact with. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know how the fuck even some guys, like, I'm thinking guys that actually have women in their life, or have a woman, and, you know, they do this bullshit that a lot of these motherfuckers pull. That I see dumb shit that they pull in games that they play. I'm thinking, like, damn, you know, like, how does a woman even tolerate that? And then second off, like, man, I was about to say, I already kind of know what some of that's about. Honestly, I already know what that's about. But I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm not even gonna go there because, you know, it's not even fucking necessary. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna go there. But basically, what I'm trying to say is this: is like, a person like me will never be happy with those type of things, is what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying, what I'm trying to say is this: I'm saying without a woman in my life, but I'm saying me being alone, being single, will never ever come near the type of, like, happiness or normalcy that you think that a lot of people want to see. You know, it's like they want to feel comfortable, so they want you to be this, like, it's all good, you know, so and so, blah blah blah, you know, just relax. It's like, nah, motherfucker, relax. Like, motherfucker, are you fucking serious? Like, while you were playing your fucking video game or whatever the fuck you were doing, or maybe, I don't know, it was you fucking your wife, or whatever the fuck you were doing, or whatever the fuck you be doing, or your girl, or whatever, or with your fucking boys, or whatever the fuck that you do, or maybe, I don't even know, because, you know, it's Conquer, so a lot of motherfuckers are either, like, closeted gay, bisexual, or some other weird shit, whatever gay shit you probably were doing. Me, that whole time when you were doing that shit, I was literally alone in a room with nothing, trying to figure out, like, oh, how can I get the proper food in? How can I maybe try to make money? How can I escape this fucking bullshit job I'm working? How the fuck can I try to improve my looks to where I can even try to compete with these other men that are out in these fucking streets and wherever the fuck? I don't even know by what miracle some of you guys meet your fucking women. I'm like, how the fuck did you even meet that woman? Like, how did you even? I don't fucking know. But you get what I'm saying. That's all where my mind is at. You know what I mean? My mind is not is not on some fucking game or some this or that. So I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna say it loud and clear. When you fucking see a motherfucker like me, all that fucking shit I just said, let that shit sink in. Let that shit be in your mind. When you see people like me, and you see, you know, and I'm gonna say, especially a black man, when you don't be so appalled when you're like, oh, why does this guy always seem mad? Why does he always seem like, really? Use your fucking brain. Like, think. I don't go home to a fucking girlfriend, in a fucking pet, in a fucking this and a fucking that, and all this shit. No, I go home to being alone, and I have to work hard in things that I like, and things that even could scratch the surface. I have to put in a lot of time and work to even get to the point to acquire any of that shit. Let that shit sink in, motherfuckers. This is Steve's Art and Fun Channel. This was another Buck Wild and Crazy rant. I'm giving you real shit. This is real talk. This is shit that, like, I don't even know. I put it like, some people are just so dumb and retarded and clueless that you can't even grasp this shit, man. You just can't. You can't even grasp it. You can't even grasp it, man. So I'm just saying, you know, this is real shit. I'm not gonna tell you some bullshit like, sugarcoat it. Nah, man. So take it or leave it. Obviously, I appreciate people that actually listen, people that have two fucking brain cells. So that's the end of the rant. It's a short rant. Have a nice day.